Now I want to bring it back to kind of home base a little bit, and I want to, piggyback off of what Chairman Rogers said earlier about rural infrastructure. One of my counties, Reeves County, produces more natural gas than anywhere else in the country. Okay, and in that area, the infrastructure is just completely worn down. There's a highway from Reeves to Loving County that we call Death Highway. And if you've ever been on that highway, you know why it's Death Highway. I mean, when I'm on there, I'm telling my team, put your phones down, 10 and 2. You know, it's a very scary situation. My question is, what does infrastructure near critical resources like oil and gas industries? We've talked about, energy independence. Where does that fall in your priority list?
So, well, first of all, for the president as well, he cares about oil and gas and making sure we're leading the world. And if we have extra, to be able to export, especially LNG. But one of the problems I think we have is up to 40% of the money that's spent from all of you on these projects goes to consultants and permitting. 40%. I mean, if we could get that to 15%, that means you guys all get to build more projects. We get more grant money out the door. And I think we do have to spend smarter and spend better. And again, that doesn't mean we don't do things right. You say, hey, should we look out for the environment? Should we look out for the right permits? Of course, but we can do that with less money. And the consulting class that is built up almost seems to be bigger than the construction class around these projects. So we're looking at permitting reform right now. How can we delegate more authority to states to do some of the work? Because we think they can move faster and more efficiently than the federal government.
Excellent. I mean, I look forward to working together. I bring that up because oftentimes rural America gets forgotten in this equation. One, when they produce a lot of these very critical resources. I met with a woman there in Pecos County who her number one ask was, she said, Tony, my son is terrified to start driving. He's 15 years old. It's a reasonable ask to have, our children not be terrified to drive on our highways. So